Hello teachers and welcome back to my channel, Teach English with KathyB. Today we are going to be looking at some of the tech requirements that you might need if you're just starting out as an online teacher. I have had so many of you asking me, hey Kathy, what do I need to get started as an online teacher? What is the equipment that I need? And so today we're going to delve into what equipment you need and what's the minimum that you need to get started as an online teacher. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel so that you get to see all the latest videos as they come out and all the helpful tips. And you'll see in the description below, there is also a monthly membership where you can get help as an online teacher to really get you started and to get you hired. But today we're going to be looking at what are the tech requirements that we are needing. Okay, so let's look at the get hired tech requirements. This is what I have put together just as the things that I needed when I got started teaching. So hopefully this can help you a little bit as well. Okay, so number one of your most important things is your laptop, because without a laptop, you've got no business. And the great thing about having a laptop is you literally pick it up and you can go and travel, or you can go on holiday and you don't need to work in one place. It doesn't limit you. Let's look at an entry-level laptop. Okay, and this one that I've put as an example is a Dell Inspiron. It's a 5th generation i5 processor in it. It's got 4 gigabytes of RAM in it. If under 720p, an HD webcam, you're going to need to get an external webcam for that, okay, because it's not going to be high enough, your resolution. And then it's got 256 gigabyte SSD hard drive. So it's got quite a bit of storage space on it. And you can pick up this laptop for around about between $300 to $400, which is not too bad on buying a new laptop to get started. Okay, let's look at a middle of the range laptop. And here for the example, we've got the HP Pavilion. This has got an 8th gen i5 processor. It's got 8 gigabytes of RAM. It's got a 720p HD built-in webcam, so that's perfect. It's got a 256 gigabyte SSD hard drive, so you've got enough storage space in this one as well. Plus, your webcam is sufficient to not have to have an external webcam. And this laptop you can pick up for about between $550 to about $650, which is not too bad for a middle of the range laptop. Okay, and here is a high-end laptop. So this one that I've got in as example is a Lenovo Yoga, and this is a 10th Gen i5 processor. Okay, so it's got a good processor. It's got 8 gigabytes of RAM. It's got a 720p HD built-in webcam, which is really great. And it's got a 256 gigabyte SSD hard drive. Okay, so it's got everything in that you need. And this goes between $800 to $900, okay, which is also not too bad. And if you think that this is what you need in, this is going to be your business, you want to try and at least go for the middle of the range laptop to the high end of the range laptop. Okay, so as we said, like maybe you have a laptop and you don't have a webcam, or the webcam isn't sufficient, then you're going to have to look at getting an external webcam. And here is some examples of some webcams that you might get. I like Logitech. It's a great brand. So this one is a Logitech C270 HD webcam. It's HD, it's 720p, which is sufficient. And it goes for between $30 to $40, so it's not too expensive. A 720p webcam is sufficient enough to do any online classes on any platform. Okay, so if you're looking at a 720p webcam, okay, this is what I need to do my online lessons. This is going to be sufficient. Okay, and the bottom one that I've got there is a little bit higher quality one. This is also Logitech C920 HD, Pro webcam. It's got full HD and it's 1080p. And so the resolution is quite high, and it goes for between $95 to $105. So it's a lot more expensive than the lower range one, but obviously you're going to get a better picture with it. But the bottom of that other one that I showed you just now, that's going to suffice because it's already got the 720p, and that's what you are needing. Okay, headsets. Like, you can't get by without a headset. I've used both of these that are on examples over here, and I find them to be comfortable and durable. Always try to get a headset that has a retractable or detachable mic so that you don't have to worry about it breaking off inside your bag or backpack. Like, for instance, this one can move around like that, so I can pack it neatly and I'm not scared it's stuck in one place, and when I put it into my laptop bag, it's going to snap off. Okay, so here you can see we've got the Corsair HS35 stereo headset. And this one goes between $40 to $50. Okay, so it's quite a good starting price. And here you have a more expensive one. This is the SteelSeries RTX 3 headset, and this goes between $105 to $128. Okay, so it's just depending on your kind that you are wanting. And always look, when you're buying a headset, always look and make sure that you have got noise cancelling. Okay, so you want a noise cancelling microphone so that it can cut out any excess noise. So make sure that you have that included in whatever headset that you are going to be getting. Don't go for those earbuds because a lot of companies don't like people using earbuds. So a headset looks professional and it looks good, and have your microphone with it as well. Okay, so then we want to go with our mobile Wi-Fi router, because if you're going to look at traveling or you're looking for something for backup besides your normal Wi-Fi or your fiber line, you're going to want to have a mobile Wi-Fi router. Okay, and here's just an example. This one is a Huawei E5577S, and it goes between $80 to $90. And the other one is a Huawei E5577S, and this one is a little bit cheaper. This one is $55 to $65. Okay, so you primarily want a router that works globally and has at least 4G coverage. When I've used a router, I've only used the Huawei ones, and I haven't had any problems with it over the year. Obviously, I have my fixed internet that I do have. I've got my fiber line, but this is my backup. And if I go away on holiday or I go away for the weekend and I'm wanting to teach while I'm away, I know that I can take my Huawei with me, my router, and I'm good to go. And I'm not going to be stuck without any Wi-Fi. Okay, and lighting is so important. I can't stress how important it is. And you want to get yourself a ring light. They really aren't expensive. They really start from as little as $15 to up to about $25. They work really best for online teaching, as you can adjust the color of the light, you can adjust the strength of it to not hurt your eyes, and most of them are adjustable in heights as well, so that you can set it according to your desk and your laptop height. And it really makes a big difference to have good lighting. And so sometimes you need to look at getting a few extra things once you get a bit more cash from once you start earning online. When you're teaching, these are some things that you might want to look at. Like for me, I have MacBook Air, so it doesn't have enough USB ports. Okay, so what you can get is a portable USB port hub, which helps to solve the problem of not having enough ports. Okay, it's really a great extra to have, and it's not expensive. It only costs about $15 to $20 to get that. And then the other thing that's really great to have is a laptop stand. Okay, so a laptop stand is nice because it's mainly there to prevent overheating from your laptop, and it increases the lifespan of your laptop too. Plus, if you get a bonus is of getting one with fans, it can cool down your laptop as well. Because if you've got a MacBook Air like I do, it doesn't have that inboard fan and it often overheats. So if you get this laptop stand that's got a bit of fans going on there, it's going to keep your laptop nice and cool and going down. Okay. And so that is some of the things that you might need when you are teaching online. Okay, teachers, I hope that was helpful for you. And if you're just getting started in the online industry, those are some of the things that you might want to look at to buy before you're getting started. And obviously, there's other things that you do need, like your backdrop and a few props and things like that. But we can go into that in another video. I just wanted to look at basically all the tech requirements that you might need when starting your own online teaching business. Okay, teachers, if you haven't liked and subscribed to my channel, don't forget to do that now so that you don't miss out on any of the next videos coming up, and pop down to the description in the video as well. Leave me a comment and let me know what kind of equipment you have already and what kind of equipment you're still looking at getting. What's on your wish list to getting started as an online teacher. Until next time, have a good evening. Bye-bye.